If you haven't already, please take a look at the video entitled Low Back and Hip Pain and Stiffness. It explains some key points about muscle opposites that we don't want to keep repeating, so the rest of the videos will be short and easy and more interesting for you to watch. After performing thousands of athletics assessments, I have found and have documented that almost all, over 90% of athletes, are dominant in the following muscles: the quads and hip flexors, and this is because they are constantly working to bend and stabilize movement. So anytime the body is in motion, they're working. The pectoral muscles, the pecs, it should be easy to see that we use these muscles to push our shoulders forward and to push things away from us. Like in push-ups or in throwing, we use them much more than their opposite muscles that are located in the upper back that pull things toward us, like in a tug of war or rowing a boat. The muscles that move our hips outward, mostly due to our lifestyle and spending a lot of time sitting and lack of good exercise to strengthen the muscles that help pull them back where they belong. And the fourth one, and newly discovered, the oblique muscles that rotate the trunk to the opposite side. The proper name of it is the external oblique. For example, the right external oblique is the muscle most responsible for turning the body to the left. These are all muscles that act as accelerators of the body, and because of their movement advantage over their opposite brake muscles, they have a strong tendency of being short and too strong compared to the muscles that stop or brake action. We've designed exercises to strengthen all the muscles opposite to these, but just as important to relax these muscles during the exercises so the brake muscles can become as strong as the accelerators. We make sure the body's in a neutral position before doing any of the exercises, which makes them much more effective. From a common athletic assessment finding, we discovered that the outer oblique muscle or the external oblique are much stronger than their counterparts, the inner oblique muscles and the core. Here's a good example. Especially in rotational athletes like golfers, tennis players, baseball players, throwers, etc., we say their trunk may be turned permanently to one side. That is because they overuse one outer oblique more than the other. The brain won't allow for the body to walk or run sideways, so its simplest solution to correct this problem is to cause the same side hip to rotate outward. That accomplishes the goal of getting the head and trunk facing forward, but creates an imbalance between the outer and inner rotators of the hip. This is called a compensation pattern. This negatively affects movement and performance and creates a ripe environment for damage to the hip, spine, and the muscles that surround them. If a person is constantly involved in two-sided rotation, like doing oblique crunches, chopping wood with both hands, switch hitting in baseball, etc., the body will actually compensate by turning both hips outward. This usually creates a greater possibility to the hip and back for being injured. Using internal hip rotation or inward hip rotation on the Rotex, we are documenting previously unseen gains in inward hip motion, as much as 17 degrees in less than 6 weeks.